So, clearing tabs, I am going to go over both on Android and Apple phones. But anytime you have too many tabs on your iPhone, right? The number one thing is it's going to cause stress and clutter. So, if you never checked how many tabs you have on your iPhone, which I'm going to show you in the next slide what I'm talking about, some people today probably going to have none, right? Five, six, seven. Maybe you don't search for anything online. While other people may even have 500. And I have experienced this with someone. They had 500 tabs open and their application was not even working anymore because there's just too many tabs. So in some cases, when if your phone is an older iPhone or if you have limited storage on your phone, all of these tabs can fill up your phone's storage space and eventually freeze your phone. So it's important that we start clearing these tabs if it's not important to you, you don't need it to be saved. So if we look here on the right hand corner of the screen, right, that's the Safari app. Safari is owned by Apple, so anybody that has a Google Android phone, you will not see this icon. This is only specifically for Apple phones. But that icon there is usually how we search for something on the internet. Unless you are using Google on your phone. Maybe you downloaded the Google app or Google Chrome on your phone. But if you haven't downloaded those apps, you're most likely using the Safari app, which is that one right there. And in the Safari app, right, is where we are able to see our different tabs. So if we look here on the left-hand hand of the screen, right, these are different tabs, and each tab symbolizes a website, whether whatever website you clicked on. Maybe you clicked something on the email, maybe you saw an RSS email to register for a class and you clicked on it. That opens up a tab. Maybe you clicked on a shopping website. They send you an email about a 15% off discount on new clothes, and you tapped on that on your phone. That opens up a new tab with that website, QVC. Maybe you're shopping on there or something like that. That's going to open up a new tab. And right, so all of these, each one is one website. And this can fill up to 500 tabs, but you don't want it to get 500 because, well, that's eventually going to slow down your phone and things like that. Does anybody have questions so far? Okay, good. So for those that have Apple phones, you can check it now with me or you could wait later. But if we all click on this application on the right hand side of the screen, if you want to find that on your phone, it's also called Safari. So whichever way you see it on your phone. You could also tell Siri to open up Safari if you can't find it. But if you click on that application, right? All the way at the bottom when you click on it are these two square icons at the bottom of the screen. So right now on Zoom, I'm showing you a little short video of what you're supposed to do. So if you look closely at the video, I know it's a bit fast, but all the way at the bottom right-hand corner are two squares when you click on Safari. And when you click on those two squares, it's going to tell you how many tabs you have and how you can close it. So if you hold down that square button, you can close all the tabs you have. I would say if anybody here today has 100 or 200 or anything like that, you should close all your tabs because that is taking up a lot of space and might be slowing down your phone. The only way or reason why you shouldn't close your tabs if there are things that are important there for you. So you would have to individually go one by one and see which tabs are important to you. But if you just click those two squares at the bottom right hand corner, you'll see what you have open and what different websites you were looking at. Some of them might even go back months old because you never realized you could close them out or if that you opened them. Does anybody have questions on that, or is, was able to find what I'm referring to?
So if you want to save one, you can save it to not to Google that again. Is that it?
So, Luciana, you have an iPhone, right? So
Yes.
anything that you're saving is just saving to Safari. So instead of closing all the tabs, just close one that, you know, you would want to keep. So anytime you click those two squares at the bottom, you're going to see a page like this. Hold on, let's go back. You're going to see a page like this on the left-hand side of all the different tabs that are open.
Yes.
And then you could just hit the X at the top of which ones you want to delete.
Okay. Thank
And
you.
at the bottom, it should say how many tabs you have, like 20, 10, 100,
I don't have Safari. I have an Apple phone, but I have Chrome, not Safari.
Yeah, you're probably using Chrome, so
Right.
you could wait for the Google Android section.
Okay.
But you should have you should have Safari. Every iPhone has the Safari app. It comes pre-installed on everyone's phone. You're just
Okay.
probably not using the app, so you don't know where it is at the moment.
Okay. Siri didn't open it when I asked, so it
And you
opened some.
may you may need to go all the way to the last page or the last page of your phone, and you'll find the app library, and you can find it that way.
Huh? I didn't know about you could do that. App last page.
The last page, if you keep swiping and swiping and swiping
Okay.
to the last page, you can find it there.
Okay.
I have 497 tabs. Now, there's like two of them that are dictionaries that I use, but do I have to go through individually and eliminate those, put that X at the top?
Right. So
Okay,
this is what happens. So 400 is definitely a lot, right?
yeah,
500 is the limit. So after 500, you wouldn't be able to use Safari anymore. It cuts you off. So what you can do is, right, with the two squares at the bottom on the right-hand side corner, you could hold it down and hit close all tabs, which will close out all 400 of the tabs. Or you could individually close them out if you see this screen here on the left-hand side. You can hit the X on each of those square boxes. But that may take a long time too, since you have 400.
yeah, yeah. So
Unless
then
you, unless you really need those two dictionary tabs, I would just close all them out.
yeah, I do need them. I use that a lot. Okay, I'll just do it 20 minutes at a time or something.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Tabitha,
Tabitha.
I don't see the double squares. Where are they located?
Okay, so did you click the Safari app?
Oh, okay, let me go back.
You have to go to the Safari app.
But then I have favorites. That's where I am when I click the Safari app. I am on a screen that says favorite.
Oh, okay. So Grace, at the bottom right-hand corner, there should be two squares. All the way at the bottom.
Oh yeah, right.
You click on that, and then it'll show you how many tabs you have open. If you don't have any open, then that's good. Then you're fine.
Right. The only one I have open then it's the favorites one.
Okay, so then that means you haven't really searched for anything at the moment.
So do I just click on done now?
Yeah, you don't have to do anything. So the point of this is just making sure that those who have 100 or 200 and so on, make sure to know how to clear it in the future, because if you reach 500 tabs, your phone is going to get stuck and you won't be able to use Safari anymore to search for new things. So this is why I'm letting everyone know in case in the future you could check it out.
So what
I
you
had
are
384. I found it. 384.
Yeah, that's a lot. So you want to
That's
clear
a
some out.
lot. Yeah. Thank
So
you.
then do you click on close all tabs or what? To
Yes,
get
you would.
rid?
Yes, you would want to close all of them.
Okay.
Okay,
Tabitha,
so
that brings another question. I'm
uh-huh.
sorry. When you said I always use Google, but then my son installed the which one is that app? The red app that you can he pays $20 a month or something. So sometime when I go through to that, it says, "Do you want to use Chrome?" Remember you mentioned Chrome or
Yes.
Google. So what? Why if I'm heading the what do you call it the Google the Safari app? Why would it ask me if I want to use Chrome or three other things? What
Okay,
are those?
so that's a good question, Luciana. So those that have Apple phones, right? We all have the Safari pre-downloaded installed on our phones.
Right.
However, some people, right, they don't like to use Safari. Why? Because some people here today probably have laptops, PC laptops that all have Google. So people are already used to how Google works and would want to use Google on their phone.
Oh,
So the reason why some people just prefer Google on their phones is because they're already used to it. So Apple phones let you download Google on your phone instead of using Safari. So every time you get that message, it's asking you, Luciano, which one you want to use right now to search. Do you want to use the regular Safari or the Google or the other one that your son downloaded? Because you have apps that all do the same thing, but they're owned by different companies. So your phone is asking you which one do you want to use because they all do the same thing.
they make it complicated because you know
So,
which one is the red one, the one that replaces that you listen to music and you can search. What do you call that app? I can't think right now.
well,
It's the red one.
YouTube?
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
He
YouTube shouldn't be opening up that YouTube will only open up videos. So the only other things that you would have that are the same is Safari and Google Chrome. But let me move on now to Android devices.
okay.
So those that have Android phones, right? You guys have Google Chrome or regular Google. And you guys would not have Safari. So Google Chrome this is the icon we should be looking for on the screen. It's usually like a circle rainbow, or you may just have the G for Google. Those are the two icons you want to look
This
for.
doesn't know.
And when we tap on that, right, we do want to look for this little square symbol in the top upper right hand corner. And when we tap on it, it's going to show us the apps that we have. I mean, sorry, not the apps, the tabs that we have open. And usually within that square, it will say the number that you have 5, 10, or more so. So if you're someone here today that once again you have 100 or 200, that's not that good to have open, right? It's taking up a lot of space, and eventually it will slow down your phone because of all these websites that you have open. You know, 3 to 10, even 20 is perfectly fine. But if you have things that are higher than that, I would definitely recommend to start deleting some. So once again, if you tap on Google or Google Chrome, the G symbol for Google, and if you're someone here today that has an Apple phone but you use Google, then you would want to follow along here as well. So if you're someone here today that has an Apple phone but you downloaded Google Chrome or regular Google, you want to check as well how many tabs you have open here.
Mine suddenly says to install the app for the Google Chrome, but I've been using it.
Okay, maybe you're using regular Google, not Google Chrome.
So should I install it?
No, Alicia.
All right. Okay. So
yes,
tabs.
yes.
I won't know how many tabs are
Well,
open.
if it's saying to install it, then that means no, that it's not installed at the moment. So I'm gonna
All
have
right.
to look at your phone.
Okay, very good. Okay. Thank you.
So I don't have any of those. I only have the Safari. So that's all I'm using. Ignore the Chrome and all that nonsense. Okay?
Okay, good.
Yeah.
So now that we know how to do that, right? In the future, the reason why I showed everyone that is because, once again, if you're someone that reaches 100 to 200 and so on, we are going to want to delete those tabs because it can slow down your phone. So the next thing we're going to go over is making sure that all of our apps are updated. This is something that I have been showing you guys for a long time, but hopefully with my repetition will, people
We'll get it.
will get it. Yeah, that'd be good. Okay, so how do we update apps on our Apple phones and tablets? So we want to go to the App Store, and the App Store is this application right here on the screen. That's how it looks like on all iPhones and tablets. And once we get there, right, all the way at the top is going to be your profile picture. Now, my profile picture is actually a little picture, but yours is probably just going to be blank because you may not have added a picture. But it's always at the top upper right hand corner.
Right.
And when we tap on that little icon all the way in the top upper right hand corner, if we just scroll down with our finger, we
It
can
says account.
find, yes, what happened?
Tabitha, it says account when I tapped on that face.
Yes, but if you
Open
scroll down, you'll see
Apple
this
Store.
little section with your different updates.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Open Apple Store.
So if you're someone here today that has you see updates and it's not anything to do with Zoom at the moment, you could update them in the background while you're watching my presentation. It as nothing's gonna happen to the phone, as long as
Well,
you're not
wait.
updating Zoom.
You know, when I clicked on that and I'm scrolling, I realize what I am seeing is apps that I have opened up maybe 2,
Well,
3
it may
years
has
ago.
no, it may have updated already for you. Some people here today will have their phones update their apps for them without having to come here. But this is, I'm just showing you in case you don't have an update. So if you see that next to an app it says open, that means that it already updated it for you.
Oh, okay.
If it says the word update, then you want to tap on it and update it.
Oh,
Any other questions for those that have Apple devices?
Yes.
Yes. If it
This,
says open means that it's updated by itself.
If it says open next
Yes.
to the application name, that means
Yes.
your phone already updated it
Oh.
for you.
Okay, because I always update to the 17, I make sure that it is updated, even that is automatically, but I update it manually to make sure.
That's
So,
good.
so that means that mine is updated, open. Okay, good. Thank
Yes,
you.
correct.
Yeah.
we can also just tap update all, right?
That is correct. So if you have
Right.
multiple apps that need to be updated, you want to hit update all, you could do it now in the background of the presentation.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Any other questions with those that have Apple devices?
Yes, can you hear me, Tabitha? I only have now I can get back to the original Apple, but I only have 3 that says open, and then they want me to get some more, which I don't need. So here it says Zoom open and YouTube open, and then nothing. And then it
Okay,
says,
once again, if it says open, that means that your phone already updated the app for you. So you don't have to worry about it. It's a fine.
but only those 2 are updated, the Zoom and the YouTube.
Yeah, because that's good. That just means that your other apps don't need to be updated at the moment. They're probably updated in another time, probably last week or last month.
Oh, wonderful. Okay, I understood now. Thank you.
Okay, I have a question. I have low data mode is on. Do you still want to update Zoom?
Okay, you don't want to update Zoom because you're using Zoom right now to on this
Okay.
call.
Okay, so I'll cancel. The
Okay,
other
so yes, Alicia.
and Microsoft Teams, I should update now then. I can update now, right?
Okay, everyone here on the call, if you're not you if Zoom has to be updated, right? You're not going to want to update Zoom because right now everybody's on the call here with me. But any other app is free game. You can update whatever else you want. Now, if you have an older phone, right, you may not be able to update it at the same time
Right,
you're watching a Zoom meeting
right,
because your phone probably can't handle all of that at one time.
right.
Justina, did you have a question?
Yeah, I do. I am just stuck on the Apple phone on the screen that says favorite, and I do not know how to get out of that.
Okay, at the moment, I have to help you after the because I have to keep moving on with this. At the ending, I can help you.
Okay, thanks.
So, how to update apps on Android devices? So, if you have an Android phone or tablets, you want to go to the Google Play Store, which is signified by this little icon on the screen. It kind of is like a triangle with a rainbow. When you get there, it is similar like an Apple phone where all the way at the top when Google Play Store opens is your profile icon. And usually your profile icon is going to have like the initial of your name or last name, first name or last name. So you want to find that in the top upper right hand corner.
Okay, I got it. Just press it.
Yes, you want to press it. Everyone here, if you're following along with me, you do want to press it, or you could just, do it after the presentation.
Okay, so a whole menu comes up. Uh-huh.
And then once we get to that place, you want to click on where it says Manage Apps and Devices. When you click on Manage Apps and Devices, you are going to get a screen that says, I'm in a Hi, sorry about that. When you click on Manage Apps and Devices, you are going to get something that says either apps are up to date or updates available. So depending on what you have, you want to tap on it. And
Because
you
this,
will,
I'm sorry.
yes, you will
Okay,
get
so
a screen that looks like this. Go ahead.
because it's saying no harmful apps found. Play protection scan 3 hours ago.
Right under that, it should say whether you have updates
Oh,
available.
yes, it says updates available, 6 updates
Yeah, so
pending.
that's what you want to tap on. So those
Okay.
that say, if it says anything like updates available, then you tap on it. If it says all apps up to date, then you don't have to do anything at the moment. And you should get
Tabitha,
yes.
it doesn't say to update, it just says open.
Okay, this is Android device section.
Oh,
You have an iPhone, correct?
yes.
Okay, so yeah, we moved on from the iPhone, but if it says open, you already updated.
Good.
Thank you. Top of the screen. Okay, so I could just press update all, right?
You can't hit update all unless one of them is Zoom, then you don't want to hit update all because you're using Zoom at the moment.
But my phone updated last night by itself automatically, but it's showing here the Android system to update again.
Well, that's probably because that was a software update, which I will go over in the next slides.
Okay.
So that's a bit different.
So I'll just press all of these, right? It's just Facebook, Android, Google,
Yes,
Microsoft.
you could do any app that's not Zoom. So once again, everyone here today that's updating their apps or will do so after Zoom, it is important that you check this every week or so because apps are constantly updating, right? Apps are not the same as your phone update. An app is like Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Zoom, Shazam, and so on. So all of those apps are different companies that are, sending out updates whenever something happens with their software. They find a bug that's not working correctly. They find that, their security system is lacking. So they sent out an update to all our phones. So it is important that you check it weekly and make sure all your apps are updating, because eventually, if you prolong the situation, the app is not going to work properly. And then, you're not going to be able to use it. So it's important that you always check this page every week or so. That's why, today's called monthly phone checkup, because you could check it every month.
Tabitha, I have a question. It came up free up space, the free space, and then it just checked stuff that I use. So if I don't want to,
No, you want to go back.
let's go back. Okay. No, everything is updated already. I think the
Okay,
6
then.
tabs. Yeah.
Yeah, then you should be good.
All right. All right. Thank you.
So this is not the last. We have 2 more things left. The next thing we're gonna do is making sure our phones are up to date, and right, so both Android and Apple devices both have software updates that they send to our phones. So you could think of it the same way if you ever had a computer or a laptop, right? They would send out updates for us, and our computers would like turn off and they would restart, and the update would happen. It's the same thing with phones. They're not as frequent as an app update, like every week or so. Zoom is sending out an update. Android phones and Apple phones, I would say every 3 to 6 months sent out an update, and then Apple does a really big update every year, called like the iOS 16, the iOS 17. You may be familiar with those terminology. Um, but each year, like, they do a big update where they do brand new things that they put on the phone. Same thing with Android. They all have one big huge update, and then throughout the year they do little software updates to make sure like their security system is fine, making sure that our phones are not going to be hackable. So that is why we make sure our phones are up to date, because these things that they send to us is not just to have cool features on our phone, but it's actually used to prevent hackers. They're updating their security system. So that's why I tell everyone to always update their phones. Android first, I guess. So we're going to do Android and then we go to Apple. So if you have an Android phone, you want to go to your settings icon, which looks like this on the screen.
Mm-hmm.
And when we click on that application, the next thing you want to do is scroll down until you see where it says About Phone. If you have a tablet, Android tablet, it will say About Tablet.
Oh, it's at the bottom, at the end. I got it. Okay. It says the name of the phone.
Okay, so hold on. Let me just make sure.
Has all the information of what the serial numbers, model numbers, phone number.
Right.
IME.
Some people that have Samsung Android phones, on this screen, it may be at the top where it says check for updates. However, if yours does not say that at the top of the screen, instead of clicking About Phone, you want to find somewhere that says Software Update.
Okay, hold on. Let me go back. Okay, software update.
If you see that where it says software update, it will let you know whether or not your phone has been up to date, or, once again, there's something that you need to be updated on the phone. It usually will tell you when your last update was, maybe in November or December.
I see it. It's like I said, like I mentioned earlier, it was updated yesterday night because it's saying here December 27 at 10:38.
Right. So those that have updates that are like 3 days ago, 5 days ago, if you updated your phone very recently, I highly doubt that there will be a brand new update for you. So it's usually for those that haven't updated their phone like in months, I would say. So, Josephine, you're fine. But anybody else that has an Android phone, if you checked and you went to where it says software update and you see that your phone hasn't been updated in months, you may need to update it if you have one. It's not true for every single phone, right? Not every single phone is going to have a brand new update that they need to do, but it's always good to check.
And Tabitha, a lot of times they send you a message that they're gonna
That is
update it.
true. That is true.
Right.
For all devices, whether you have an Apple or an Android, sometimes they send you a message that there's a new update available.
Right, right.
Any other questions for those that have Android phones?
No, thank you. I'm good.
No, I don't think you're the only one, Josephine. I'm pretty
I
sure I
really
got
feel like
some.
I'm the only one.
No, I think there's other people here.
Okay.
Okay, so let's do Apple now. So if you have an Apple phone or an Apple tablet, right, we're gonna go to our settings app, same thing. That is how it looks on everyone's phones or tablets.
Go to settings.
And when we click on settings, we're going to scroll down with our finger until we see the word general. So try not to scroll too fast so you'll miss it. When you click on
Open settings.
general, when everyone finds general, it should have all the way at the top software update. And some people, right, it's going to say your phone is up to date. And for other people here, probably they see, oh wow, I actually do have an update. So you could tell when you go on the screen whether or not it needs to be updated. And once again, right, do not do it right now because software updates causes your phone to turn off and restart. So you'll miss out on the ending of the presentation. So make sure to, if you do have an update, make sure to wait after the Zoom presentation. And once again, right, so the newest one is iOS 17.2. However, if you do have an older iPhone here today, you may not have the capability of upgrading to iOS 17.2. Like I've been saying in the past, right? So each year, Apple kicks off one of their Apple phones. They no longer sell that model anymore, and they don't give that phone the newer update, the new big update. They do the same thing with Samsung phones. I just don't know the most recent model version. But if you have an iPhone 8, iPhone 6, or an iPhone 7, your phone cannot update to the iOS 17. Those are the phones that they kicked off for 2023. So that's why you may have still the 16 or the 15. So I'm just letting everyone aware of that.
Yeah. My iPhone is a 13 or 12 mini, whatever. So that update to 17.2.
Yeah, iPhone, anything above, the 8 is fine.
Tabitha,
Yes.
this is Naomi.
Hello.
Hello. Now, we make these updates on our phone for these apps and we eliminate those tabs. Will that sync? Will that carry over to my iPad? Will those things be cleared off?
They could be if both of the accounts are the same account on both your iPad and your phone. It should, but I mean, I think I've done it with someone and it didn't sync. Because in your settings, there's like a Safari section in your settings, and I'm pretty sure you have to like make sure they're both synced, which I do not know the button at the moment. And once you have that button turned on, it will sync the two. So whatever you delete in your phone, it deletes on the iPad. So it is true that you can do that, but I'm pretty sure you have to have something on in the settings that I'm trying to look for, but I can't find
It
it at the
seems to do
moment.
it from the
Tabitha,
iPhone.
where does it say? Where does it say the iPhone battery?
Yeah, I'm gonna go over it right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Sorry about that. Okay, so iPhone battery health. So this is a good fun topic to look at always. Um, those that have Android phones, you're kind of good in this situation because Android phones do not have the same type of like battery health as in an iPhone where we can see how much our battery has degraded. Android phones only show like how much your battery died throughout the day. iPhones kind of show it throughout the year. But I just read a fun article that next year Android phones are going to implement the same type of battery health screen that iPhones do. So, this is why for those that have Android phones, you're not going to see the screen yet, the same exact screen, because it's just not on your phones yet, but they are going to change it next year.
But-
But with an iPhone battery, right, if we go to settings and we scroll down all the way until we see battery, which is the first picture on the screen from left to right. Hold on, I'm just gonna put an arrow so everyone can see. The green boxes is what everybody wants to look at. Okay. So if we scroll down in settings for those that have iPhones or iPads and we click on battery, right? We're going to see like this bar graph with battery levels. That's usually what Android phones see, but iPhones have an additional thing to that. And if we click on where it says battery health and charging, we will get a number that says maximum capacity. And if you read it, it will tell you what it does, right? This is a measure of battery capacity relative to when it was new. Lower capacity may result in fewer hours of usage. So maximum capacity, whatever number that you have, means that that is currently how much your phone can charge to. So even though your phone charges to 100, if your number here today on maximum capacity is at 90 or 89, that means that's how quickly your phone is going to drop from 100 to that number because that is your battery health at the moment. And those that have 80 or lower, you have to replace your battery. That is when your phone's battery becomes like harmful. Not enough battery cycles is going to last in those that have 80 and below. And even when you get 80, your iPhone will send you a message that says your battery health is low. We recommend.
Tabitha,
Yes, Naomi.
do we, on the page battery, it says battery percentage and low power mode. Should we be tapping them so they're green?
So battery percentage, I have that on because I just like to know what my battery is every day. So you see how in the corner of your phone you have like the battery symbol? If you click on battery percentage, it will just tell you the number always inside of that square box.
Okay, I'm gonna turn that and the low power
And
mode.
then low power mode you shouldn't have on. You should only turn that on when your phone reaches like 30% or 20%.
Oh, okay.
Because low power mode reduces like your phone's performance.
Okay.
And you wouldn't want to have that on 24/7.
So it's all right for me to tap battery percentage?
Yes, that's fine. That just shows you, what your battery is right now at the moment. And then, throughout the day. So you know when to charge it and stuff.
Right.
Fine.
And then low power mode off. That should be off.
Only off if, unless it's like on 30% or 20%. Okay, I'm in a meeting still. Okay. So any other final questions with Apple before I just show you quickly Android?
I
Thank
think I
you so
got that.
much.
Yeah, I think I got the Android already. Because I clicked on it and it says good, no issues.
Right. So those that have Androids, yours is a bit easier and simpler. It'll
Yeah,
just say like good or bad and show you a bar graph.
right.
But yes, in the future, apparently I read that it is going to adopt the Apple format. So just look out for that in the future.
Okay,
Do,
thank
Okay,
do I
and-
start using Chrome, Apple Chrome, Google Chrome now instead of just plain Google?
Google Chrome just means that it's more customizable. So if you want to do more things, I would recommend using Chrome, not regular Google. Chrome is like you could save bookmarks, you could do different tab groups, things like that. Put things in
But,
favorites. But
but
Justina,
that's
you have
now
an
more
app,
learning.
you have an Apple though.
Yeah,
So you would use Safari.
okay, perfect.
Okay,
So
any
when you discussed Google, it was for those who had Android,
right.
Yes,
not
unless anybody here today has an Apple and just likes Google better,
oh.
then it really depends on your preference. There's no like right or wrong, who's better, things like that.
Okay,
Okay,
okay, thanks.
I'm all right. I'm still a little stymied on low power mode. So when your phone is low, you put that on when you're low
Yes,
on
that is
battery.
correct. That is correct. You don't put it 24/7. If your phone is at 80%, there's no reason to put it on low power mode.
And if your phone's on 30%,
Yeah, because it's low, right? So you
Yeah.
want to limit the performance so you can save it. But like if you're just in your house, you don't need to put it on low power mode. It's more like if you're outside and you need to save your battery, so you
okay.
put it on low power mode. Yes?
Mine goes, if it's low, like 30 or whatever, it automatically goes to yellow.
Yeah,
If,
that is true. If it
is that
reaches like
because it was set
20%, it goes to low power mode automatically.
Well, that's good.
automatically?
That's
I
good.
didn't set it for that. It just goes.
No, that's all phones. It does
All
that on my
phones.
phone too.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Tabitha, real quick, I'm sorry. I know
Yes.
it's all over, but for the tablets, just the same thing, because I have Apple tablet, small little portable
Right.
tablet.
Anything that I showed today is the same thing with Apple.
Okay. For the
The
tablets? Okay,
iPads, yeah.
okay, okay.
Okay, so that's it for today then. I wish everyone a happy new year and I'll see you in 2024.
Yeah, thank
Thank
you.
you.
Okay,
Thank
so
you, Tabitha.